Hey everyone, welcome back to M3 Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Bill and Ted Face the Music. This movie stars Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter and is directed by Dean Paraso. This movie starts off really slow, didn't really hold my interest that much, and I think it's because it refers a lot to the older movies, just to give people who haven't seen it before some information on why the cast is doing what they're doing. And since I've seen the first two movies, the referral back to the older movies kind of just, like I said, made it slow and too drawn out. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter's performance really didn't seem to be as vivid or interesting as it was in the first two movies. It felt like they were just there to make a buck. Also, the movie jumped around a lot, especially with the story and the characters. It seemed like a decent portion of the movie was supposed to be about their daughters. 70% of it seemed to be about them. The story is very much copied from the first movie, where they go through time collecting all the best musicians they can so that they can write a song that will save the world. There's a scene where Bill and Ted and his daughters are trying to talk Death into rejoining the band. Death used to be the bass player, and it is unbelievably long and unbelievably pointless. But I shouldn't say pointless, because the point is to get him to rejoin the band, but the scene is terrible. I would have understood if the scene would have only been, a minute, 2 minutes long, but it just completely drags down the movie with how long it is. Also, there's a killer robot in the movie. While he's visually impressive, especially with the CGI, he really distracts you from the movie as well by making really bad jokes. A few cool things about the movie is that the CGI, especially for the robot, is really good. There's a part of the robot has a time machine built into its suit, and the way that forms around its body is really cool. They did that really well. They also did a pretty cool job with the time loop tube thing that they go through. That thing looked pretty cool too. Samara Weaving, who plays Ted's daughter, is pretty good, and Bridget Payne does a decent job. She tries to mimic how Keanu Reeves acted in the first one way too much. It's kind of overdone. To sum everything up, I would say don't watch this movie. Go back and watch the first two if you're looking for entertainment and you haven't seen the first two before. But if you are going to watch it, maybe just keep an eye out for some of the things I talked about in this video. So I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10.